Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tres Tarot. This video is going to be titled What You Don't See Coming. So these are your piles right here. We have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. So you can pause the video, meditate, do what you need to do to pick out whichever one is calling towards you. And once you figure out which pile is yours, you can just go down to the description box or to the comments and skip ahead to your reading. You'll see the timestamps there. So again, pile 1, this is the Fool. Pile 2, the High Priestess. Pile 3, the Chariot. And pile 4, that's the Nine of Cups. All right, and yeah, I'll see you guys at your reading. Hello, so this is for those of you who chose pile number 1, the Fool. And yeah, this title is What You Don't See Coming. So with the Fool card here, immediately I'm getting that whoever you believe in, your spirit guides, they're putting you in a time where you're going to have to like trust them. Not saying it's going to be like a bad situation or like a terrible event. It's just a lot of y'all give me the vibe that you always plan for things. You always go like the logical way. You always try to do things like in a perfect sense. You want everything to transition smoothly, which is okay. I feel like that was probably necessary on your journey, but your spirit team, they want to see if you can trust them even when things don't look like it's going the right way, or even when you feel like you ran out of options. So some stuff might be out of your control, or some things may seem like, you know, you tried all you can, but it's like now you have nothing else to do but to consult your spirit guides or to consult your spirit team. And a lot of them, they want to talk to you as well. It's time for y'all to get in touch with them, because we have a dog right here, and they say dog is a man's best friend, and they know how to communicate with humans in a way that, you know, we don't. They have different senses or whatever. So your spirit team, they want to sharpen your senses and sharpen your connection in order to speak with them more. Like I mentioned with the planning thing, a lot of you probably haven't really consulted your spirit guides when it comes to things because you had it under control. So don't be surprised if you like face some situations where it feels like you don't have any options. All you have to do is literally say a quick prayer and it's going to go through. Your spirit team just want to talk to you. You might go through things just because your spirit team want to talk to you and want you to consult them with some things. Even if you already do talk to them, they just want like a stronger connection. They want to send you stronger synchronicity, stronger signs, and, you know, angel numbers or whatever. You guys are going to be okay as well. I'm getting something about swimming, so just ride the wave, whether that's emotions or, you know, whatever. And even the tide in this picture is coming up, so even if you see like things arising, don't faint, just keep going. Like I'm saying, your spirit team, they just want to talk to you. They want to communicate more. So pay attention to animals, pay attention to the wind, the sun, what you don't see coming. Let me get into the card, see. For pile number 1, what don't they see coming? What don't they see coming out? What don't pile number 1 see coming? Look at all these negative cards that came out. So what you don't see coming is, I feel like y'all already know about these tests that are arising. Some of you already been feeling tested, whether it's in the mind, because the swords represents the mind. So some of y'all has been like a mental battle, and even dealing with the heart as well. I'm being reminded of the Jesus story, or like the crucifixion or whatever. We're going to get into some more positive messages, but don't be surprised if like betrayal or something like that come in the future. Or it might be some people that you even have to cut off. And like I said, all of these are sword cards. So swords, it represents the mind. Some people you might even have to cut off because of their mindset. the way that they think is probably holding you back. Or even the things that they say, like when you try to dream big or when you try to be positive, you have other people with that realistic mindset. And even you probably have a realistic mindset, but I feel like you're transitioning to like a different perspective, and you're gonna have to cut out people who like have that crab in a barrel mentality. And it's time to be more positive as well. Yes, this world is evil and weird, but a lot of us aren't connected to the evil deities of this world. We have light beings and we have pure ancestors and pure spirit guides. So just remember how pure things are. Like I said, you have to start detoxing some of that negativity out of your life. I remember when I was in high school, I don't mean to put nobody on blast, but when I was in high school and my first job was Subway, and I was like telling my coworkers and my managers how like when I grow up, because I'm from a small town in Louisiana, I'd be like, when I grow up, I'm gonna be living in a big city, whether it's like New York or LA or whatever, and nobody believed me. They were like, oh, you gotta have a lot of money to be there. You can't do, because really, honestly, truly, if you're from Louisiana, you get it, but it's really hard to make it out of Louisiana. There's not a lot of jobs there, not a lot of anything, and a lot of the laws and legislations and stuff is still running on the past. We don't even have counties there. It's like parishes, and we still have different rules, so it's really hard to make it out of Louisiana. But had I listened to those people, I would still be there. Like, I kept dreaming big. So some of y'all, you have to keep dreaming big, because what you don't see coming is whatever you're dreaming of, like achieving, is going to come towards you. All you got to do is have the faith, and it's really not that hard, because don't the Bible say like the size of a mustard seed or whatever? Faith is not hard. You don't need a lot of faith. The thing is, a lot of people doubt so much, and their doubt be so stronger than the ratio of the doubt and the faith. It doesn't balance out, and that's why things don't come through. But if you just have like a small bit of faith, like I said, just cutting them out of your life, you can even still be doubtful. But the fact that you don't have negativity around you constantly clouding out everything, that could be like a level up, 10 levels up, because it's really not that hard to have faith. Well, maybe it is hard, but you don't need a lot of it. Then we got the Five of Pentacles coming out. What you don't see coming is you're gonna have a different mindset around your finances because of the Pentacles. You're not gonna because I don't get any of y'all are struggling. It's more of the mind. For pile number one, what don't they see coming? And if you entertain that for too long, you would get it to a point where it's like you rather hear something negative than positive. I'm seeing somebody like roll their eyes every time you dream big, or if you think something is without reach or out of your reach. What's on pile? Once he coming. If you've been trying to manifest like a change, you're going to be grinding soon. With this Seven of Wands right here, you're going to be, it's kind of dark right there. Let me move this light a little bit. With this Seven of Wands. Some of your life probably has, not everybody, but your life probably have been a little dull lately. But that's because you didn't follow directions and get those negative people out your life. You don't have to like keep talking to everybody. And even if somebody else is struggling all the time, like either help them or just distance yourself a little bit, because they'll drag you down as well. And there's nothing wrong with it. That might sound evil, but that's the thing. Some of y'all probably just a little bit too nice. You don't gatekeep enough. And that's why people are able to destiny swap sometimes with you. It's time for a lot of y'all to call back in your power and be a little bit selfish, because once you focus all this power in on yourself, you're going to be able to do something with ease. Look, now we finally got a peace card. Once you start pouring into yourself and pouring into your dreams. Can you guys see this? Hold on. Oh my God, I'm so unprepared. I'll just hold it closer up. But yeah, once you start pouring into yourself, you won't have so much of this chaotic energy. Because this is a lot of, these are usually negative cards right here. One sec, I'm gonna pause this, fix this lighting, and then we'll be. Okay, now see, the plan was I really didn't want to show too much of myself. That's why I had the lighting face in the other direction. But I guess that kind of ties into your reading. You guys have to start being a little bit more selfish and shining the light on yourself, because the more you dim your light, like, it dims your perspectives on things. So like I said, pour more into yourself, pour more into your passions. If you don't have the money to offer folks, you have to save it for yourself sometimes. That's okay too. I guess a lot of y'all, you're gonna realize that things actually do come to you once you're focused on yourself. You're probably the type of person who loves helping people all the time, and that's where you get like your validation and your blessing. But it's time for you to focus on yourself. So let me get some more. For pile one, what don't they see coming? What don't they see coming? What don't pile number one see coming? So there's some sort of truth or realization that you're gonna realize. You're gonna have like a different perspective on life. You're gonna try something different, and then you're gonna realize, okay, things are better once I, not worry about people. My passions are able to finally grow once I. Hold on, let me get one more card. Yeah, see, now the card, this is the fame card and the recognition. Some of y'all, you're gonna manifest like recognition once you pour into yourself. And even if you're not pouring into other people, it could also be like distractions. Because this guy looks very distracted in this part right here. So when it comes to habits, addictions, and stuff like that, if you know you've been getting to like either put it down or try something new or maneuver, you're gonna realize that that was the key the whole time. And I feel like once you switch this perspective, or once you switch your routine or whatever, it's gonna, like, overnight, things are gonna be totally different. Some of y'all, you probably feel like you're 10 feet under. Soon as you switch up, you're gonna take a leap, and I'm telling you, like, literally the next day, things are gonna be so much brighter and so much more joyous. Got the Queen of Wands. Look at all these queens coming out. Your crown is gonna finally come back. And also, people are not gonna like this once you call back your power in. Some people think you might be selfish, but I'm telling you, that's literally the only way you're gonna be able to get on your throne. Sometimes you have to, like when you're on the plane, or when you're like, I think what they say when you're swimming or whatever, you have to first save yourself and then help others. Like some of y'all probably felt guilty that you weren't able to do things by yourself. I think you're gonna realize that you've been right all along. You could have been selfish this whole time. Let me get another spread, and then we're gonna move on. So pile number one, what don't they see coming? What don't pile number one see coming? Okay, your path is about to be clear now, because all those cards earlier were like symbolizing obstacles. But he has a clear path now. You're going to be able to choose which way you want to go. And also, I believe in this card, yeah, it's like a golden lake. That's not saying that's a golden lake, and it has like ships. So your ships are about to start coming in, your financial blessings, your blessings that's been held up. There's like a scenario where they're like, sometimes your spirit guides or God or whatever, that he or they'll hold up your blessings as long as you have certain people in your life, because they're not supposed to benefit from it. So if you feel like your blessings and stuff was held up, you need to check who you got in your circle, check what you have in your circle. Sometimes it's not always people. Like they might not give you a blessing as long as you doing whatever. Many scenarios could fit in that. So if you know it's something you need to change, something you need to cut out, something you need to, just move on from, I'm telling you, overnight. Don't be so indecisive about it. And also don't focus on like, let's just say, think about like drug addicts or whatever. When they stop doing drugs or whatever, when they start having like those drawbacks or what the come downs or whatever, what is it called? Like when your body start detoxing or whatever. Withdrawals. When they start having withdrawals, sometimes it feels negative, but you're not even understanding how much positive is going to be going on in your life. So don't focus on the negative. Focus on how the transformation is going to benefit you in the long run. Focus on like how much you're progressing. And there's an offer coming up soon. Some of y'all, whatever this offer is or whatever this blessing is, I'm getting like within the next 2 months actually. Whatever this offer or this blessing is, your spirit team, God, whoever you believe in, they want you to be clear-headed with this. They don't want you to have any emotional baggage, any spiritual baggage, or anything that's going to hinder you, because you're going to be able to walk straight through with this clear path right here. And they want you to be able to walk straight through. I'm also seeing like the Four of Wands when it's like those two pillars right there. And everyone's like cheering and celebrating. So your spirit team, they're going to be celebrating you soon because you are going to achieve something. Any final messages? That must be the truth with the Ace of Swords. I'm going to get one more card. We got the High Priestess and the Chariot. And I think that's like pile number 2 and pile number 3. The High Priestess and then the Chariot. So some of y'all, you probably were drawn to other piles. I don't know if those piles are going to be positive or not. But that might be the sequel to your reading. Either pile number 2 or pile number 3. It might be the sequel. Once you get these people out, you're like, what's going to finally come? What you're going to achieve? What's going to, So this is not a negative message. Maybe those 2 piles are going to be, But just off rip, the High Priestess is a sharpened intuition. She holds the secret. She has the moon right here. And the Chariot is forward movement. So a lot of y'all, everything's going to align better. The Sun. This is the most brightest card in the deck. Most brightest. This is the brightest card in the deck. So yeah, if things don't seem right, if you feel like you were supposed to be further ahead by now at this point, don't fret, don't panic, because it's not a race, it's a marathon. But you got this message to like look at whatever's going on in your life and move forward. Things are going to be okay. If that resonated, just like, share, and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Hello, so this is for those of you who chose pile number 2. This is the High Priestess, and this reading is what don't you see coming. Now, pile 2, what I'm about to say is either going to be really good news or really bad news for you, depending on, your journey. But what you don't see coming is another spiritual upgrade. I know. Because everybody's different. Some people go through spiritual upgrades and it's smooth like butter. But some people, their transition is like a little scary. They start having like psychic attacks, vivid dreams, crazy synchronicities or whatever. But yeah, there's another spiritual upgrade coming. But with this one, I feel like you guys are finally going to be able to manage your powers, manage your senses, manage like your emotions. Because I feel like a lot of y'all, you've already been through like the rough times of like the dark night of the soul or whatever. So I guess that is good news. Like some of y'all probably went through something really bad, even in your childhood or the past few years. And I feel like that's the worst it's going to get. So you're going to be good, but also expect more like spiritual upgrades, your senses going off, tingling or whatever. I'm even seeing like a special ancestor number right now. So your synchronicities are going to get sharper. So, and for a lot of y'all, you don't have to overthink it. Sometimes when you see things that align, it's just your spirit team or God, whoever communicating with you, letting you know that they're there. So, because I know some people be like, if you're thinking whatever you're thinking, and then you see an angel number, that must mean whatever it is going to happen. Sometimes it could be negatives, but that's not necessarily the case with you. So you don't have to overthink like the signs of synchronicities that you're getting. Sometimes they're literally just letting you know, hey, we're here, we see you, we got your back. Just keep going. Vivid dreams. Well, I don't know if your body is like detoxing itself or you guys are on the detox or whatever, but your body is detoxing and the chemicals and the toxins and stuff is going to cause some stuff to be like a little weird, but that's just temporary. Better health. I don't know why I'm saying like an old lady washing her feet and wrapping her hair. So a lot of y'all, you need to protect your crown chakra at times. Use the internet to figure out how to do that. I'm not like a holistic person like that, but figure out how to protect your crown chakra because there's going to be a lot of signals and a lot of waves and stuff. A lot of y'all understand what I'm saying. I know a lot of people going to be watching this and listening like, boy, what are you talking about? But y'all understand what I'm saying. Your senses and antennas going to be picking up on a lot of waves and a lot of stuff. So protect the crown. And I don't know what it is with this feet. Wash your feet more. That grounds you. Connecting with water, putting your feet in water. Let's get into the card. Got me just saying a whole bunch of crazy stuff. For pile number 2, what don't they see coming? For pile number 2, what don't they see coming? We got Wheel of Fortune. For pile number 2, what don't they see coming? We got more spiritual knowledge as well. I'm saying all these like entities reading books. They all have a book in their hand. So like more knowledge, and some of y'all you need to just become more knowledgeable on like your spiritual practices. Or I just got like a job. Some of y'all you're gonna probably even get a new job. So make sure you're studying, or even if you haven't got this job yet, make sure you're studying for the interview, getting your words right, because there's a change coming. More money, more. I heard friends, finances, and you're very spiritually protected as well. Some of y'all probably been on the shadow side and the dark side for a while, but you're finally about to see the light side of things. I feel like you're just in a purging season. If you purging purging season. So especially if like you've been, I don't know, breaking out or hormones been a little weird or all over the place. It's like you're, what do they call it? Quantum jumping. You're on another frequency. So it's like your body is trying to catch up with this frequency that you're in. It's going to be temporary. And also watch your allergies and stuff. Because I feel like your higher self, this sounds so weird. I don't know what I'm talking about right now, but I feel like a lot of y'all will get it. Your higher self or your future self is like they time traveled, and it's like they embodied you. So the things that you used to get away with, you're not going to be able to get away with it no more because your higher self don't deal with that. Let's say, for instance, if you're like lactose intolerant or whatever, but you never got like the problems or the negative effects associated with it. Some of y'all probably are finally starting to feel the effects of things that you know you shouldn't be intaking or partaking in, but that's because your higher self, it's like your higher self, they don't deal with those things. So of course it's affecting you. Of course it's affecting them. You are your higher self right now. So it's time for you to start walking in as if you're in the shoes. You know what I'm saying? That sounds so weird, but I feel like y'all get it. You have to start living like your higher self because you're it right now. Is not in the future. You don't have to prepare yourself to be this. Yeah, we got the moon card. Your higher self came down. It's like now you have to operate on this journey and this path as your higher self. I feel like that finally makes sense. For pile number 2, what don't they see coming? For pile number 2, what don't they see coming? Oh, we got the Empress. Some of y'all have to realize you are chosen. I know people abuse that word and say it a lot, but you are chosen. You really chosen. You really are the universe's favorite, like, being and favorite soul. So don't be out here comparing your life to like others just because they're able to like partake in certain stuff and you can't. Just because your blessings are more sacred. Some of y'all probably feel like a late bloomer when it comes to some things, but that's because it's sacred and it's going to last longer. This don't have to be everybody, but I'm like seeing a scenario where it's like somebody, they didn't get their first house or first apartment until they was like in their late 20s. But that's because you're never going to be without your own roof over your head again. You're never going to live with nobody else. That's why it came in later, because you know the ins and the outs. There are some people in debt to this day because they got their blessings too early. So don't be so sad. Don't be, feeling like you're left out, because you're not. It's just your success and your stability is going to be long lasting. That's why it's taking a while to come through. This is the only horse and the only knight in the deck that's not moving, but it's also the only horse that has money and corn and stability. Money equals stability. So just realize you have something valuable. Money can't buy everything, so don't compare your resources to people. But let's see, what don't pile 2 see coming? What don't pile 2 see coming? You're actually going to be blessed with a lot. And you have a very natural attracting energy. You have to start right here. You attract a lot very naturally. So that's why your spirit team kind of hold you back sometimes. They kind of shield you and protect you from some things, because not everything that glitter is gold. You see all these cups right here? You have a napkin, could be somebody crying, or like it's a monster or a beast back here. So just because some things passed you by, and we also got a snake. So just because you feel like some blessings have passed you by, just because you feel like you haven't achieved something yet, you don't know what you're being protected from. Just wait for your stars to come in. Like I said, your God chosen star. You're one of the star beings and star seeds or whatever. There's a blessing in not having some things. So be grateful. What don't pile 2 see coming? Is that the sun? It felt like the sun. It literally felt like the sun. It was like hot. We got the sun and the star and the moon. The sun, the star, and the moon. Come on now, you're God's favorite. I'm telling you. And if you have the sun, the star, and the moon, and Earth, Empress represents Mother Earth. If you have all of that, you're more abundant than you could ever realize. Your spirit team and God want to let you know you hold the secrets to the universe. Be grateful in that. A lot of people are shielded from this. A lot of people are trying to look and see what's behind the curtain. You don't even have to look, because you got the moon at your feet. What's that song? The sun and the moon rise for you. So I guess what you don't see is how special you are, even if you don't have what everybody else have materially. You don't know what they had to go through and what they're currently doing to maintain those things. Let me get a few more for Power 2. What don't Power 2 see coming? Like I said, you're already your higher self, because like when I'm asking a question, I'm like, what don't Power number 2 see? When the question is, what don't they see coming? So I feel like a lot of the stuff that you're supposed to achieve is, some of y'all, you probably already have it. It's just time for an upgrade. Then I say something about y'all upgrading. So I feel like you have your blessings. Some of y'all probably even know who you're going to be with. It's just time for a spiritual upgrade and an energy upgrade. You're not lacking anything, I promise you. Just focus. We got the earth again. I'm telling you, it's yours. All you got to do is, you ain't even got to ask for it. Some of y'all are good at manifesting, and you probably don't even know that. You are the best manifester, but you have to stay away from people who have like this closed mindset. Some of y'all, it could even be like an authoritative figure that want to like keep you closed-minded. So I see a council in the background, and then this guy's actually standing on the council looking down. Nobody can look down on you, so don't ever feel like you're less than. Let me get some more. Somebody can actually be spying on you. So people actually respect you. Even when people try to look down on you or seem like they're jealous or whatever, they're actually spying on you, and they think you're like, I'm getting cool, but they don't want to admit it. Admit it. What's wrong with my speech? People are gossiping as well. You might not know who these people are just yet, but people are gossiping in the background. I'm seeing birds in the sky. People actually do wish they could be you because they don't have your aura. A lot of y'all have a great aura. Probably like orange, yellowish. And you shine really bright when you walk through a room. Yeah, just like the moon. All right, but that's all I'm getting for you guys. I hope that resonated. If it did, just like, share, and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Hello, pal number 3. This is for those of you who chose the Chariot, pal number 3. And this video is what don't you see coming. Now, pal number 3, I was seeing that scenario of when Michael Jackson was in like this store. And mind you, he was like in his 40s or 50s, but he was acting like a kid. And he was like, ooh, I want that. And can I have that? So some of y'all, you about to be like a kid in a candy store, but your spirit team and God want you to be like responsible. Because it's like, I'm feeling like all the blockages that have been in your life, they're about to be removed. And you're going to finally be able to be like a kid in the candy store, but you have to remember that you're an adult. I don't know what that means, but yeah, we have forward movement. The tower card just flipped over by itself. This is about to be a great tower moment. Like a new life overnight. We got the moon card here. Overnight, I just said night. Yo, I'm getting like fast success. You about to get like a brink of luck. Especially this Mercury retrograde coming up, like a lot of lucky stuff going to be happening. But I feel like a lot of y'all, you've been through a lot. You've been through the boring times, you've been through the grinded times, the hard times, you overworked yourself, you over exhausted yourself at times. And like for the first time, you're going to be able to play and enjoy like the fruits of your labors. I'm telling you, forward movement. Even if you don't feel it right now, things. I'm seeing like stuff falling off your credit report. You're about to be blessed with the resources to do what you need to do, continue a job, continue a purpose, a life passion. We got an offer. The universe is about to grant you an offer. Are you ready for this? Some of y'all feel like you are. You're emotionally ready. Even some of y'all, you probably had to either tear down like traditional stuff. You were probably taught something growing up and it was hard, like learning those toxic things. You've been very disciplined. God and your spirit team, they're proud of you. Even through like the angry moments, some of y'all, you probably felt guilty because you like got really angry at times because things weren't going your way. All that was even divinely guided and divinely like timed. It's like you know when to lash out and when to like go within. I'm hearing amen. I'm hearing good job. You're doing great, sweetie. You're doing great, honey. The moon keep on coming. I don't know if, and this is a Cancer card as well. So I don't know if some of y'all have like water placement, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. That could also mean two. So Gemini, Libra, or Pisces. Yeah, Pisces. I'm getting something about you has matured. Like, even with this Five of Swords right here, it's like you know when to put your swords down, when to give up a fight, when you know things are like, sorry, even when you know things are not even worth your energy, worth your time. You know how to walk away from things. You know when to share, when to retrieve. Let me get some cards. Give me some cards. Thanks. For pile number 3. We got the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune. Some of y'all probably even lived a life similar to Harry Potter or Cinderella. Like this whole time you were this powerful person, you didn't even know it. But you couldn't see it because you were like in the shadow, in the dark. You had people around you like spreading things about you, influencing you to think a certain way, influencing you to think that you're not worth it, influencing you to think that, you know, whatever. But this whole time you were a powerful person. And a lot of y'all, you are about to see that. Like I said, overnight, even with Cinderella, overnight she found out that she was like a princess. Or maybe she knew it all along. I don't know. But with Harry Potter, overnight, after being abused by his step-parents or whatever, he found out he was like the most magical sorcerer. I've actually never really seen Harry Potter though. But it's reminding me with this wand right here. So a lot of y'all, you probably always had everything that you needed. Everything was divinely guided though. Your life might even be like a movie. You would make a great documentary. For pile number 3, what don't they see coming? Yeah, you had a lot of sad moments, but I'm telling you, a lot of that is divinely guided. So don't blame yourselves. Because I feel like a lot of those losses, a lot of those L's, that were going to happen either way, whether you were prepared or not, whether you were in control or not. Everything about your life is divinely guided. And I know that could be said about everybody, but actually not really. For you especially. Every loss, every sad moment, every bad moment, every moment you felt like you had to wait for something or like your blessings were being held up and you only had a little bit to work with, all that was divinely guided because you have a deeper purpose with this high priestess right here. Some of y'all were probably like very famous or rich or something in your past life, in your previous life before this life. And it's like you probably came here to like unlearn some things. But you passed the lesson, so now I feel like you're about to be in that time again where you're praised and celebrated because you successfully learned the lesson. Like I said, this whole time you were a powerful person. We got the Emperor and the King of Cups. This whole time you were a king or a queen. You knew this. Even though people tried to tell you you weren't worth it. Just like the Harry Potter story, just like the Cinderella story. You have a lot of people watching you, and you're watched in high places as well. I see birds up here. You're watched in high places, and some people might even be stalking or pocket watching how you're working or making your money, who you're friends with, or like how the universe is blessing you with stuff. How were you able to get out of the psychic attacks and, negative energy attacking you? They're wondering, how did you get out of this? How did you get out the mud? How you crawl yourself out of that grave? How are you able to get blessings from the universe? Pile number 3. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Make sure you're, eating the right things. Especially once you start making all this money and you can start splurging. We have the star card. Some of y'all are meant to be a star. And you are a star no matter what nobody tell you. Whatever field you're in, you're probably the best one at it. I'm telling you. Hands down. Ain't nobody touching you. We have the Fool card, 2 major arcanas. So a lot of y'all, you have very big purposes in this life. Got the 5 of Pentacles. Your descension was even. I was watching a video and the lady, she was talking about how everybody is so focused on ascending and ascension or whatever. And it's not about getting higher. It's about progressive and moving forward. So your descension and the decline is just as important as going up. As long as you're moving forward, as long as you're staying on the journey. But you're not always in a time of building up and being abundant and being, whatever. There are times where you have to tear down, let things go, move on. To make room for new, to make room for better. So if you've been through the rough times, that was just as important as, and that be the problem. A lot of people, they always run from descending. They don't realize how important, like, as above, so below, that's evenly negative and everything, but your descension is just as important as ascending. You have to let go of control. But I feel like some of y'all, you've passed that mission. You've done great. Like some of y'all, you fell from grace gracefully. Things are about to get better. We got the 6 of Swords and the 6 of Cups right here. You're moving on to better. And even after you pass that chapter, you're going to continue to move on to better. Some of y'all, you have multiple chapters. Like most people, a lot of their journey kind of just dole out and end by the time they're like 40 or 50. When you're 40, you have another chapter and you're going through another phase and another major event. It's like all of your decades are going to be like highlighted with major events. The Wheel of Fortune. This must be the truth that I'm saying. Like a lot of y'all, you're always upgrading. Your life is really important. So just enjoy the ride. You're even lucky just to have your journey. I'm telling you, be grateful for your journey. And a lot of your blessings are about to pile over you soon. They're going to come rushing in. So yeah, we have another card. Your blessings are going to be, you ain't going to even know what to do with it. You ain't going to even know what to like choose. But some of y'all, you have to stay in this mindset. Don't engage with like people who just want to fight and people who are jealous. Some of y'all, you need to start getting in the rooms of like mindset people. You've already been through the crab in the barrel. You can leave them down where they are. You passed that chapter already. You don't have to associate with people from your past, especially the toxic ones and the negative ones. You're walking into like a different room. So start aligning yourself with people who are related to this new chapter that you're walking in. If you just started making more money, start hanging around people with money. If you're getting back into your romance situation, start hanging around people who have healthy relationships and who have a healthy mindset around relationships. And your soul tribe is coming in. So yeah, I hope that resonated. Was that enough time? Let me pull like a few more cards because I want to be fair. That didn't feel like a long pile. Well, I mean, that's your message. I mean, the message don't have to be long. Like I said, just expect some of your seeds to grow. And it's going to be overwhelming a little bit because, like I said, overnight you're going to be in this Queen of Pentacles. And make sure you believe it. Like some of y'all, if you're not in this energy right now, you have to believe that it's coming soon. I feel like some of y'all been feeling the energy either way, even if you don't have like money or the resources or the things that you've been trying to achieve. Even if you don't have it materially and physically right now, some of y'all, you've been feeling that energy that greatness is coming, and you've been seeing the signs. So just keep that energy up. So yeah, I hope that resonated for you guys. If it did, just like, share, and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hello, so pile number 4. This is for those of you who chose, my words. I'm kind of exhausted from all those other piles, but I'm gonna still give y'all my best. So for pile number 4, we have the 9 of Cups right here, and this is what don't you see coming. So pile number 4, what I was hearing, dang, it just left me that quick. But what I was hearing when I was shuffling the cards is, that saying was like, if you want to make God laugh or the universe laugh, tell them your plans. And I feel like that's something that's going to be relatable to you guys, either now or coming up soon. So it's like if you're trying to achieve something, don't be so focused on how it's going to come or even when it's going to come. You just have to trust in God and in the universe and your spirit team ancestors. Expect that they're going to be on time. Expect that they're going to come through at the divine timing or whatever. You've been put in a time to trust. Trust that you're going to achieve it. Look how these cups are still like, I feel like normally in the 9 of Cups, this means like abundance. But it feels like he doesn't see this. It feels like it's behind him, but he's not looking because he's focused on something else. He's focused on how else is going to come in this illustration right here. So a lot of y'all, your blessings is probably like very close and very near. But it's like you can't see it because you're trying to either control it or predict it. Some of y'all are probably very psychic. But it's like your spirit team, they're even holding the outcome from you. They're blocking you from seeing it because they're going to surprise you and shock you. They want you to see things from a different perspective and see things from a different lens. And also not to rush. So you're being put in a time where you're meant to slow down, analyze, like completely assess the situation. Because even with me, like I'm stuttering right now, even though I know it's from exhaustion, but stuttering can also symbolize being unprepared. So for some of y'all, even if you feel unprepared for something, you have to trust that your angels got you. I just heard some of y'all, you're going to be achieving something soon and you're going to have imposter syndrome. I don't know if it's like a promotion and you don't feel like you're ready for it, or like a certain blessing that you feel like you haven't perfected yet, or you're going to get a blessing concerning a gift that you haven't perfected yet. But you have to trust that you're led. Some of y'all, you probably even want to get into like rituals and affirmations. And I feel like it's definitely going to pay off, but it's all about faith. And it's all about like once you send off your petition, once you send off your prayer, let it go. Let God handle it. Let the universe handle it. Don't be going around trying to, damage control. Que sera, so mote it be. Uh-oh. Yeah, stay out the way. I just bumped it. Stay out the way. Stay out of God's way. Stay out of your ancestors' way. It's like, yeah, you are smart. Yeah, you are logical, but we're not running off logic right here. We're running off magic. For pile number 4, what don't they see coming? I don't know. I'm also seeing like a scenario where it's like you're trying to network and you're networking with people based off like the physical and based off like the material. But this guy right here, he's talking to a fish, not knowing that this fish in this cup come from many other cups. Like, isn't there gold? Yeah, that's the gold and treasure and a crown. This fish has access to all of these things, but you wouldn't know that because, so don't be so judgmental. Don't judge a book by its cover because you could probably run across a king or something. You wouldn't even know it at first because they're not dressed like a king. Yeah, we got meetings. So be friendly to everybody because you don't want to pass up your blessing just because you judge the book by its cover. So I'm warning you guys, if you come up with a situation like that, be kind. You never know what people own. Look, it's even a castle up in here, like a mansion. You will never know that this little small fella right here owns all of this. Some of y'all might be in a situation like that. And now you got access to it. So it's going to be some sort of weird encounter or collaboration. Make sure you're being nice and charming or whatever. What don't pile number C? What don't pile number 4 see? I'm tired. What don't pile number 4 see coming? We got the Empress. You're going to be gaining a lot. An air sign or fire sign could be significant. Or a water sign with the cups. But they don't even have to just be that scenario specifically. Even though I keep getting it, they keep running in my head. Some of y'all don't judge. When I say don't judge a book by its cover, it's not even just people. Even with scenarios, it might be a job that you don't even think that you want or qualified for. But then out of nowhere, you end up like the boss or like having a really special position. Pile number 4, what don't they see coming? Your spirit team and the universe are going to be testing you to see if you can stay the same. Can you treat everybody kind? Can you treat everybody nice? I'm telling you, don't judge a book by its cover coming up soon. Don't walk away from these cups. You're going to be blessed with a lot of golden cups. But don't walk away from it based on what you see or their background. Because it could be it could be your number 1 ticket and you don't want to pass this blessing up. I feel like your spirit team and God is reminding you to be excited about life. Stay excited about life. Don't walk around being mean. You're in an attraction era, especially with this Empress right here. She's an attractor. So it's up to you to keep your reputation clean. It's up to you to keep your aura nice. People need to be looking at you as angelic. People need to love your energy. Even if you don't feel like smiling that day, you need to smile more often. even when you're at work. You attract more when you're in good energy. Yeah, when you're in hermit energy, you attract stagnancy because this night isn't moving. So some of y'all, you probably have to get into like your extrovert, extrovert like situation. Don't be so nervous around people. I'm thinking of a time, back in my early 20s, I was working at like a very popular grocery franchise. So I started off in like a low position or whatever, but then out of nowhere they asked me to be the freaking bookkeeper, and I'm like, what? And this grocery store had like multiple stores. They had like a Starbucks, they had Panda Express, they had like many things, and I would have to be the one in charge of all the cash and credit and all that stuff going through. And I was so intimidated. I'm like, what is going on? But I remember my mom was telling me, she was like, because I was complaining to her about it. She was like, trust me, God wouldn't give you, He wouldn't have given you this position if you weren't ready for it or if He wasn't going to take you through it. I kid you not, you guys. I went home that night, and I'm a night owl. I stay up. I probably don't go to sleep till like maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. And that's on the off day because I usually work overnight. But I went to sleep at like early time, and I slept all the way through the night. And that was the first time I had like a very vivid dream. And the dream was me literally waking up in the morning, getting dressed, going to work. And for some reason, I knew how to do every single thing from start to finish. Mind you, I'm dreaming, and I'm balancing all the registers, I'm making deposits, counting the lottery ticket. I'm literally, because that was an 8-hour job. I was literally doing everything in my dream, and I knew how to do it. And when I woke up, I knew exactly what it was. I knew that was God training me in my dream. So when I went back to work, I was literally the best. I didn't even need the trainer anymore. My trainer at the time actually ended up getting sick from COVID, and I didn't even get the full training, and I was able to do it by myself. I don't know why I needed to share that, but I guess it was because I started off in a low position. If He upgrades you, if He takes you somewhere, or something just seemed like weird out of nowhere, trust me, He's going to carry you through it. He's not unprepared. He'll never put you in a situation where you're going to like, look crazy. And that also came out of nowhere. So it's like God got other plans. The universe has other plans, even when you feel like something is not, achievable. Pay attention to your dreams. Something's going to happen out of nowhere. Even if you feel uncomfortable, some things are going to feel uncomfortable. But I'm telling you, even when I was mentioning earlier about like coming out of hermit mode, some of y'all probably don't even like talk that often. You're probably even an extrovert, but you still don't, vibe with people all the time like that. People give you a nervous feeling sometimes. But you're going to be able to get through that. You're not going to be stuttering like I was earlier or even now. So trust that your spirits, they're going to take you through this. And stop trying to control everything. Any more messages for pile number 4? And that was in my early 20s. I'm literally about to be like 30, and I'm still in that field. I'm a night auditor. From that position, I'm gonna go ahead and say I started off in like a deli position, slicing meat, and then they moved me up to bookkeeper. And then after having that on my resume, I was able to like manifest better jobs like in banking and And when I had got that job, that was literally like a last moment thing. Like I needed some money like quick. And I'm like, you know what, they hiring? This was in my early 20s, but I'm like, they hiring, I might as well, not knowing that that experience was going to shape me today in what I work in now. So yeah, trust God, trust the universe. If you want to make them laugh, tell them your plans, because you might think you know what's best, but also dream big. Like, this is a twig, it's a stick. Don't focus on trying to like do things that are easy. You might actually need to take control of like a business or a situation or be placed in a higher position. Don't be scared of a higher position. Don't be scared of upgrades. And don't be scared of responsibility. Yeah, that kind of felt all over the place. I hope that resonated for you guys. If it did, just like, share, comment, and I'll see you guys in this video.